Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Into the Farlands. Now if you're new to this series and you haven't watched an episode before, Into the Farlands is a series where we are attempting to reach the Farlands in Minecraft. What are the Farlands, you may ask? Well, back in versions before Beta 1.8, so we're in Beta 1.7, there was a piece of janky terrain that would generate out in the world at roughly 12 million blocks, a little over 12 million blocks. But the only way to get there, shy of downloading somebody else's world, is to actually walk there. We didn't have creative mode. There was no, I can't even press T to bring up a chat log. There was no commands or anything like that. So the only way to realistically get there is to simply walk there. And this is a feat that very few Minecrafters actually achieve. And I would really like to achieve it. And I'd like to achieve it the legit way by actually walking there. I'm sure there are ways to cheese it, ways to cheat it a little bit. But I would like to get there on my own. It's kind of important to me as a big Minecraft fan. And this is going to take some 100 episodes or so. It's going to take quite a lot of episodes. I doubt we're even close to the Farlands at this point. We're going to be walking for a considerable distance. And I do mean a considerable distance. So over the course of this series, there's not really much in the way of Minecraft. It's a pretty boring series, so I like to use it as my vlogging series. I like to use this as my rambling series, or just something where I talk about just random things. So if you want to stay updated on the channel, this is where I'll talk about updates on the channel. This is where I'll talk about films that I like, TV shows that I like. This is where I'll make very badly made thumbnails because I'm too lazy to do better thumbnails for a series that gets no views. But who knows, maybe one day people will watch these videos. Either way, I enjoy making them. It's very nice just to sort of sit down and chill. And today's episode, I want to talk about Call of Duty. Ooh, I don't know. That used to be a taboo thing in my group of friends once upon a time. If you liked COD, you were part of the in crowd, and it was frowned upon. A bit like my group of friends don't like people who play Fortnite. And I'm not a fan of Fortnite, but I may give that a go. I have been thinking of bringing a series to the channel of Fortnite. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I know I definitely want to, but I think I might do that over on the third channel. I don't know what I'm going to do with Fortnite yet. A part of me wants to play it, but a part of me is really, really, really bad when it comes to multiplayer games. I'm not the best. So anyway, let's get that out of the way. Let's start talking about Call of Duty, because Call of Duty does hold a special place in my heart. So I came into Call of Duty right around the end of Modern Warfare 3. And I came into it because everyone was talking about it, it was popular, and everybody kind of wanted it. That, and I also happened to see the collector's edition of Black Ops 2, and I really liked the stuff that came with it. So I did end up purchasing that. But the trouble was, I'd never played a multiplayer game before that apart from Gears. And when you go from Gears, which is a third-person shooter, to a first-person shooter, having been the only first-person shooter that I'd played before that being Left 4 Dead, it was really difficult to sort of get used to the controls, get an angle on things. I always thought I was too zoomed in. Even on Minecraft, I like to, I don't think you could do it on this one, but I do like to sort of zoom out very slightly, only a couple of pixels or so I like to zoom out, but I do like to be slightly zoomed out than the average player. And so it was really difficult for me to get a handle on things, but I didn't play Modern Warfare 3. I've played it very, very, very little. I do own it, but I've played it very briefly, but I didn't like it. Because I did come into the life of Call of Duty towards the end of Modern Warfare, shortly before the release of Black Ops 2. But I didn't come in playing Modern Warfare 3, no. It was just the age it was when I came to it. I actually came in playing World of War. And why did I play World of War? Well, because I liked playing games on Veteran, and this had a 4-player campaign, which I thought, yeah, awesome, I love achievement hunting, I'll be able to actually get the achievements while doing it with friends. But it turns out you actually have to get them all in solo, and there's not really any 4-player. But that's beside the point. There was zombies in it, and I loved zombies, my friends loved zombies. It was me, my cousin, my wife, and my best mate. And we played the hell out of zombies. We played a lot of zombies. And we also played a lot of multiplayer, and we really did enjoy the multiplayer. The only issue being, if you ever go back and play that game, it is very, very hacker friendly. It's very hacker heavy as well. You're lucky if you can get into a game without a hacker. You're lucky, very lucky actually. It's not something that actually happens all that often. But we did have one night where we got into a game with a hacker, but he was simply kicking everybody who was using God mode or anybody who would use cheats that would allow them to win. He was actually killable. He was actually one of the worst players in the game, to be honest with you. But he was just... a whole evening we sat and played with this guy. And it came up that he kicked them. Every time someone in the game was unkillable. So we knew he was the one doing it. So he was clearly hacking, but he was hacking friendly, in my opinion. I don't mind hackers who kick the guys who have God mode. But when I got into Call of Duty, or just bear with me a moment, I've got a very dry mouth. I should have had a drink before this video. But yeah. But I quickly found my strength was zombies. And well, while I did enjoy zombies, I wasn't the best at it. Then I stumbled across a YouTuber called Laggin24. And I learned his tips and tricks, and I started playing zombies the way that he did. He used to do these challenges where he would do a challenge, say shotguns only, 2-box challenge, pistols only, snipers only, starting room only, you name it. He probably did the challenge. It was really fun to watch, and I actually really enjoyed it myself. But he doesn't do challenges anymore. He plays a lot of custom zombies, but I still watch him from time to time. I've actually just got through watching one of his videos, so he inspired this video. But anyway, I didn't start playing the multiplayer properly unless you count Black Ops, unless you count World at War, until Black Ops 2. And I didn't play Black Ops 2 at the start of its life cycle. Like I said, I really liked the look of the collector's edition. And I mentioned it to my wife, like, hey, you know what, I would really like this for Christmas. And she's like, yeah, sure, okay. And she picked it me up for Christmas. Trouble was, Christmas was 2-3 months. I think this came out in October. So, I didn't get to play it for 2 or 3 months. And I'm completely fine with that. It gave me something to look forward to. But I played World at War a lot during this time. So much that it's one of 3 Call of Duties that I've actually prestiged on. Yeah, I've only prestiged on 3 Call of Duties. And that's the one. I've never hit max prestige. But anyway, I played World at War, and World at War was really fun. But then I moved on to Black Ops 2, and I had a lot of fun on Black Ops 2. But then Ghosts came out. And I'm skipping a lot of Black Ops 2 here because I want to talk about Ghosts. Because you see, I liked Ghosts. Now, admittingly, I didn't particularly find the story of it interesting, but to be honest, I thought the story of Black Ops was absolutely amazing, the first one. And it was very, very hard to top that. I didn't see what happened at the end of Black Ops 1 actually happening, and it really kind of like, whoa, okay. That I like that. And turns out that something that was happening in the story was all in the main character's mind. And it was just... I'd never seen it like that prior to that, so it was really good to see that. It was really different from the standard Call of Duty that I was used to, where you was in the World War era. And you were fighting in World War, the Cold War, etc., etc. All of the commonly done wars. And this kind of, I guess, sparked the terrorist thing that Call of Duty followed, and every Call of Duty game was just another terrorist trying to fight for whatever he was fighting for. But so the story of Ghosts wasn't that particularly interesting, but I liked the multiplayer. And again, it was not that good. I mean, you went from these epically awesome maps that Black Ops 2 had to offer, which, to be honest, Black Ops 2 had some of the best guns and some of the best maps. But Ghosts had what I consider to be the best killing time. Now, a lot of people didn't like it. It was very quick to kill in Ghosts, you know, but I liked that. I really did like that. And the reason that I liked that is because I wasn't very good at multiplayer. And in Black Ops, I often found myself being the highest scoring member on my team, and my team having less than half the kills of the other team combined. You know, it was constantly, you had a group of good, great, or awesome players against a group of terribly crap players. And every game that I played in Black Ops, it seemed, was always geared that way. It was always like we had half the score of the enemy team. And there were a few times I did get on the winning team, but it was few and far between. And I even played the mercenary mode where you couldn't go in as a party, you had to go in as an individual. And I'd play this with my friends. We'd all get into the same lobby and it'd be fun because we'd get switched on to opposite teams, but it was still the same kind of story. It was always geared towards one team. And that's what I found with Black Ops 2 is the game mode was always geared towards one team. It wasn't geared towards a good game. But when I was playing Ghosts, I often found that the games were a lot more balanced. That I was winning as many as I was losing. That I was actually able to kill somebody. You know, I was calling in kill streaks. I never managed to get the 25 kill streak. What was it? A nuke, was it? If I remember rightly, it was a nuke, wasn't it? Yeah, because it used to flip the map or change the map dramatically, which I liked. But, you know, I never got that in Black Ops. I got a swarm, but that was in domination. I got a couple of swarms in domination, but that was just because I ran with stuff like EMPs and the thingy, what was it? Scavenger. So I could just lob EMPs everywhere, and I knew where everyone tack inserted, and I knew what people did, so it was easy to do. I ran with a rocket launcher in Black Ops because in there it wasn't kills, it was scores. You had to get a score. So I'd run with the rocket launcher strapped to my back. I had diamond rocket launchers, first diamond I ever got, and I'm shooting down all of the planes and stuff and keeping out of sight because I knew that the moment I popped out I would die. Even if I saw the person first and shot the person first, I ended up dead. You know, and I actually streamed this many years ago, and you know, people actually were saying to me like, "Oh, you're just crap," and then they would turn around and they would say, "You know what? You just have the worst luck, mate. You really do." And it was a combination of bad luck and poor skill. But I've always had that itch on my shoulder to go back. You know, and I think that I could go back to Black Ops 2. I think that there would still be a player base for that, I would imagine. I don't know how big, but maybe. It would be possible, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know if they're... I'm guessing here. Maybe I go to Black Ops 4 and do a Road to Commander. I don't know. I really do want to get back into the multiplayer game, but I've got to pick which one. And Fortnite seems the most popular one. But I don't know. I don't know, I think it's too swamped for me, you know. Too many good players out there and not enough me out there. But yeah, so whenever I'd say to my friends when they were around, like, hey, you want to play Call of Duty? Their typical response would be, want to play Ghosts? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And I don't drink. Okay, I'm not much of a drinker. I actually take something to deal with something that I have, and they prevent me from drinking. And it's never been a big deal. I've never really thought too much about it. Although I am going on holiday, and I wouldn't mind having a drink with a couple of friends while I'm on holiday. So I'm going to see the doctor about that, because it may just be the fact that they upset your stomach a little bit. Like when I was at the dentist and they gave me some painkillers. They told me not to drink because it would... no, sorry, it wasn't the painkillers at the dentist. It was the antibiotics that the doctor prescribed earlier this year. That was the one that I wasn't supposed to drink with. And he made sure to tell me several times that if I were to drink, I would probably be sick. They don't mix well. So it may just be that they give you a bit of an iffy stomach, which I'm willing to trade off. I have to deal with a bit of an iffy stomach every time I have bacon, and I love my bacon sandwiches. But it seems every time I have bacon that I get a stomach ache. It's not major, but it's annoying and it lasts a couple of days. It's just stomachache. There's no like trips to the throne room or anything like that, but it's irritating. So it's not always worth it. But yeah. So for me, Ghosts was the one that I played. But oh yeah, I was talking about drinking. I'm getting sidetracked by myself here. I do this a lot. So anyway, we actually had this thing where me and my friend, we bought a bottle of amaretto, which is a very sweet tasting liquor. It's a very nice liquor, and I still actually have the bottle. And this was when Ghosts was brand new. So well, I'm going about what, 5+ years. I want to say 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And anyway, we decided that we were going to take a shot of amaretto, and amaretto isn't a shot drink. Okay, it's not a shot drink. It's, I don't know, it's like a whiskey, I guess. I don't know my drink. And we decided we were going to take a shot of it, or just a swig of it, every time we died. He polished off his bottle within the first hour of the game, and was on to his second bottle of liquor. When he turned around to me and says, "Look, dude, we're half an hour in and an hour in. We weren't long in at all. Let's just face it. I'm already lightheaded and dizzy. If I carry on, I'm going to pass out, and I don't want to wake up in the morning with a cracking headache. Let's just concede." And I had downed maybe a quarter of the bottle. It's the most I've ever drank. But if he wasn't around, I would get crapped on. If he was around, the luck just seemed to focus on him, not on me. That could have been disastrous there. But when we played Ghosts, it was a whole different story. You know, when we played Ghosts, because we did the shot one on, we started on World at War. We went on to Blops 2, and we couldn't do Ghosts. We wanted to do Ghosts, but there was something with the servers, and you just couldn't get online with it. I don't know why, but you couldn't. But anyway, yeah, he just wouldn't play Blops. He would play Ghosts and wouldn't play Blops for me. And I do want to go back, because Blops 2 had some of the best guns, and I never truly learned a lot of the great things about that game because I was a noob, and I still am pretty noobish when it comes to multiplayer games. I'm going to use a boat for this though. That being said, I think that I'm far more intelligent now than I was back then. I'm always learning and I'm always growing, so maybe I'd be better at it. But I never went like super hardcore with it. I never bought a scuff. I never bought control freaks. I never did anything to improve my gameplay. I always thought that it wouldn't work. But I do have an Elite controller for the Xbox One, and maybe because it's backwards compatible, maybe I'll find that to be a better use. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If it's something you'd like to see on the channel, let me know, and I will certainly do something about bringing it to the channel or bringing it to the third channel. I don't know. It depends what people want to see. You know, it might be fun to do a Road to Commander one here from one of the old ones, just to get into the swing of things and then get ready for the new Call of Duty, and then the new Call of Duty do a Road to Commander on the third channel. Because I do want to build a third channel around something that is popular, but I don't know. I don't want to put Fortnite here or anything like Call of Duty or anything other that's big on this channel, because I don't think it fits, and that's my OCD. That's why I create more channels. It's just my OCD. And well, anyway. Cool. Hello. Starting to get dark. But anyway, I want to tell you a story about ghosts, actually. And this is a true story. True story. True story. Always true stories. But no, this is genuinely a true story. So I was playing Extinction one night, joining random online lobbies trying to get the achievements, and I stumbled across this group of people, and they were one down. I don't know if it was a 4 or 5 player game mode, I forget now, but they were one down. And anyway, I joined their game, and we were doing really well. And after the game, they invite me to their call, and I don't normally accept this. I'm a very shy person, and I usually don't go on like camera, on mic anyway when I'm online. I usually stick to just dealing with whatever's there, but something in me, I don't know. I don't know if me and my wife had an argument and I was just annoyed and I needed to blow off steam, or I can't remember what the reason was. But it was probably something that happened that had changed my mental state at that point. Maybe I was feeling super happy. Anyway, I join it. And we're there, we're just chilling, we're getting these achievements, we're knocking them out one by one as a group, and it's a whole lot of fun. And then this was a little bit later on in the life cycle. This was after the new Call of Duty come out. This was after Frozen to come out. And I just remember one of them going, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And I turn around and, bear with me a moment. Pongo! Just a nightmare, buddy. Just a nightmare. Go on then. Lay back down. Lay back down. Oh, that's my Labrador. He has night terrors, and he'll just say, "Whoop, whoop," and he'll just whole body jump in. And it's alright, but he was laid on my foot. And his head on my foot, and I'm trying very carefully not to disturb him, but unfortunately he got a rude awakening when I moved my foot. But it woke him up. I don't want to go down there. Let's pet him up. But yeah, so I sit there and he goes, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And I just reply, first time I ever said this, and shove a stick of dynamite up his bum. And well, that cascaded into them tormenting me with Disney songs for the rest of the night. And I don't know that many Disney songs, but we did end up singing quite a few together. We sung a lot from The Lion King, because I do know them ones. And there were a couple of others that we also sang that weren't just Disney songs. There were also more child songs like that. But I wish Moana would have been out then. That'd have been fun. I actually like Moana. But yeah, just 4 or 5 random dudes in an online call singing Disney songs. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the Casey roars tonight. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Give me a Grammy. Give me my Grammy now. Is it Grammy right? Yeah, because Oscar's the acting one. Yeah, I got a few Oscars in my trunk. I do. A couple of dead celebrities too. Oh, I nabbed them off of, but they don't know yet. They haven't woken up dead yet, so till they do, I was never there when they wake up dead. But yeah, so Call of Duty. We've had 2 nights, haven't we? Oh, this is the 3rd night? No, this is the 3rd day. We have slept twice because we just slept in the snow. But yeah, so Black Ops 2 was like the golden age for a lot of Call of Duty, I think. It was really when the Call of Duty franchise peaked. And every year they try and revive it. And maybe we should talk about the upcoming game, because I haven't played Blops 4. I haven't played I haven't played what was the new one? The last one I played was Infinite Warfare. And I've rather liked the dynamic of the ship battles, but it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember it too well now. Unfortunately, that was right around the time that I unfortunately suffered a nervous breakdown, and my memory of that time is really, really fuzzy and blurred. So, unfortunately, I don't really remember much of Infinite Warfare. But I am thinking that maybe it's time that I get back into Call of Duty, because I have missed it. But I have found a way to stop my dog chewing. If you've been paying attention, I've been complaining about that recently. And it's really difficult to tell if we're going in the right direction. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm going diagonal. But yeah. Turns out, just give him pasta. He loves chewing on it. You put it in his food bowl, he thinks it's food, so he chews on it, and it keeps him from chewing on other stuff. Of course, it's soggy pasta. Don't give him the hard stuff, it'd probably rip his mouth to shreds, poor thing. Actually, he was whining this morning at 6 o'clock to go out. Pongo, give me that nice soft pasta. Let me go get you the hard stuff, buddy. And some glass while I'm at it. Maybe a stick of dynamite. Shove it up your bum. Oh, I tell you. Yeah, dog's dopey, but I love him. I tell you, he's not all there in the head. He's not. He's not. He is. Like this is the kind of dopey that I'm talking about with him, right? He's got these two big bowls, right? And they're big enough for two dogs to eat out of and drink out of at the same time with plenty of room. You could probably fit 3 or 4 dogs into these bowls with ease. And they're about, I don't know, about a foot deep. And we fill one of them with water and I fill one of them with biscuits. And well, you would think that when he was hungry, that he would go for the big bowl of biscuits that's practically overflowing. No, he wants the soggy biscuit at the bottom of the water bowl. Trouble is, he doesn't realise that, oh, hang on a moment, this is filled with a liquid, and it's very bad to breathe this in, so I need to hold my breath when I dunk in there. And you would think that after the 2nd or 3rd time he would learn. But no, the 12th time he's still going at it, still dunking his head in, still coughing and splutting and sneezing all over my dining room floor, all for this one soggy biscuit that's at the bottom of the water bowl. And you would think that when he goes for a drink, that, ooh, I'm supposed to lap this water up. Nope. He decides that, you know what, I'm just going to dunk my head under the water. Just dunk it straight into it. And then lift it up and shake it all off. Yes, because I want to wash my face. And then he'll pour the water like he's clawing the water to his mouth. And he's got like huge, massive paws. My dining room floor gets soaking wet. Poor Kita goes for a drink and she's got to lick it all off Pongo. I'll tell you. You would think he would smarten up, but he doesn't. But I love him. It builds character. It makes him unique. You know, there's not another dog that I know that does that. But yeah, back to Call of Duty. I had some really good moments on Call of Duty. I think it really helped my friendship with my friend. We had something to do for a couple of years. And I would really like to go back to it. You have no idea how tempted I am to right now plug in my Xbox. Actually, it's plugged in, but put in Black Ops 2 and play it. Like, I am really tempted. Really tempted. Maybe that's something worth doing. And I've just realised I'm sleeping, aren't I? So every time I sleep, I reset my spawn point to the bed. And well, if I die, I'm going to spawn back at the world spawn, aren't I? Which is probably, I don't know, we travel, I want to say maybe 1,000 blocks an episode. I don't know. Someone did do the maths, but I didn't want to know, so they didn't tell me. On how many episodes this is going to take. But we're on episode, I think, like 16, 17, something like that. And yeah, this is going to take quite a while. But it's very nice to just have some easy and cheap content to record. But I used to, when I played Black Ops, I used to run, the Honey Badger was one of my favourite guns. The Remington assault rifle was one of my favourite guns as well on Ghosts. I really did enjoy that. But on Black Ops, I enjoyed the MP7. But it was one of the guns that I leveled up completely very early on. You know, I did. You know, I did the gold camo on it. I never got diamond, but I got gold. But like I said, I really struggled to actually... I really struggled on that game. I don't know what it was. I was always in games where I was always a high scoring player on my team, but my teammates were dreadful. And the thing was, I wasn't that good. I wasn't like brilliant. I wasn't an amazing player. I was a pretty bad player. You know? But I wonder how much of it was just simply bad luck. Being paired with the wrong teammates, you know? Because when I was on the right team, I would have really good games, you know? But they were just so few and far between that I lost interest. And, you know, I mean, maybe I can upload. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys like to see some Call of Duty? Like, is that something that I should do on this channel? Maybe do it on the third channel? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? But I think that's going to call it for this episode, guys. So if you've enjoyed the video, I would really like... I don't have any seeds. So if have enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel and I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey, I want to thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.